have a snap streak
always
with my ex of 1489 days. Man, this is really
Jesus
unprecedented podcast here. Do you still have that snap streak going? Welcome back to What in the Motherfucking Podcast with your host, Jimmy, and myself, CrossFireX, David, whatever the fuck you want to call me. This is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything. For those of you guys that are just now tuning into the stream, typically, for those of you that have never been here before, we don't read your comments. Well, we read them. We don't reply to them until the ad breaks are coming up. When the ad breaks come up, we try to give you an advance warning that an ad break is starting. And then during the ad break, we go through the comments, the questions, and we kind of reply a little bit back and forth. So that's kind of just the usual flow that we go with things. And as I was saying, we used to have like a whole flow map where we would pick out topics and try to talk on those topics. Each week we'd go through that. But as of lately, we've been trialing a new, I don't want to say a new experiment, but we've been trialing a new style where we will just kind of hop on and have conversation and see where the hell it takes us. So welcome in everybody.
Yep.
Welcome in all the new podcasting listeners. I was gonna say podcasters, but that would be us. We are
the podcasting tin.
Yeah, we are the podcasters, right? They wouldn't be. That'd be kind of strange, wouldn't it? So do you want to, I know we kind of went into detail about this, but for the people that are new here, do you want to go into a little conversation about this water incident, Jimmy? Or are you
water incident?
Have you moved past it?
No, we'll bring it up. So basically what had happened was I was going to take a run, right? I did take that run right before the podcast, like an hour before. Mind you, it's 100 degrees now. It was like 98, right? I think I ran like 2 miles. I don't know, but it was hot. And so on my way back home, there's a Starbucks. I was like, fuck it. Let me just go to Starbucks, grab a quick water real quick, and then walk my ass home. Because I was dying. I was like... So I just walk in, right? Dying to the counter. I order my water. At the register, they ask me for my name and everything, right? And they say it'll be on the counter. So I'm like, all right. Mind you, I'm sweaty. The place is kind of packed. So I was like, okay. I'm just going to wait outside while they make my water, okay? And this is where Cross says I fucked up.
Where you fucked up?
They said that's where I fucked up, where I went outside. I went outside to the patio.
You cue that Morgan Freeman
where they could still see me, right?
Fucking.
But apparently they forgot, or they just, it's fucking water, free, like, they wouldn't remember a free water.
Cue the Morgan Freeman meme. It was at this moment he knew.
He fucked up.
He fucked up.
No, so I was waiting 5 minutes and I check on the counter. I was like, okay, no water. So I just wait inside just a little bit. And I was like, okay, they're busy, right? Maybe it's just haven't been my place in line, right? Because they got me in the system. There's probably a line. They're doing it in order.
You got a couple things right.
So
They're definitely busy. It's Starbucks. They're all busy.
Yeah, this one. What time is it? It was
Bro,
like
I don't know a single Starbucks that isn't busy. I keep it a buck.
Yeah, it was 3 on a Sunday. Like people on Sunday are running around doing errands and stuff. People are at Starbucks.
Even the non-corporate stores, like the stores that aren't corporate. And so if you're not like in tune with the Starbucks lingo, a store that's inside of another store. So like if you have a Starbucks that's like in a grocery store, those aren't corporate stores.
Yeah.
So they don't actually have the same, like you can't, like if you work at Starbucks, you get a corporate store discount. You can't use those at those Starbucks that aren't considered corporate stores. So like any of the ones that are.
Is that like a franchise?
Yeah, essentially, it's kind of like a franchise, and so they don't always have the same promotions. They don't always have like the same drinks sometimes too. It just depends on what that store might have in stock. It works a little bit differently, but like a Starbucks inside of a Target is not considered a corporate store. And so back to my original point, every Starbucks, even the non-corporate ones, are fucking busy like always.
Yes. Okay. So I was like. I had already waited 5 minutes, right? So I was like, okay, they're doing their order, whatever. There's a system. I'm going to wait outside. Because mind you, I'm sweaty, so I'm not trying to wait inside all sweaty, right? Because it's packed. I wait 5 more minutes. And I noticed people that came in after me had gotten their drinks. Their more complicated drinks. And there's no water. Now, it was brought to my attention. I could have just asked them for the water. Like, hey, you forgot my water. Yes. But mind you, I just came from a 2-mile run in the heat, dying. I'm already agitated. So if I was going to say something, I was not going to be very nice. And I was like, well, if I have nothing nice to say, I'm just not gonna say it at all. So I just left.
But you do acknowledge that that was a personal choice to be.
Yes, I do.
Over it.
I understand. It could have been just simple of just like, hey, I asked for water. Can you guys please make it real quick? Or I think you guys forgot my water. You know, it could have been that easy. But I'm just saying, in my mental state at that point,
easy. You just did it. Actually,
I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I knew I was gonna say something. I was already agitated. Okay. I knew I was in the right state of mind. Okay. So I just didn't say anything.
Yeah, so I mean,
and they called me a Karen, man.
What? Because I mean,
if I was a Karen, I would have said something.
To be fair, I mean, you kind of being a Karen about it, right? Like, it's like the equivalent of like those people that go to the gym.
Well, to myself, I'm not like complaining. I'm not calling them, be like, you guys fucked up. It's like I'm not going full on Karen. Like, what do you mean?
Oh no, but in your mind, if you had even spoken another word to them, you would have gone full on Karen.
Yeah, because I was already agitated. I mean, like, if you ever been doing something, you're already agitated, and just one simple comment will just like kind of like set you off, or is that just me?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, that makes sense. That's like
that's how I was. If I was gonna say something, it wasn't gonna be in a pleasant tone, or it wasn't gonna be like respectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But that's just like I got to that point, right?
Well,
and I just didn't want to say anything. You were sitting
out there instead of saying
because I was
the air conditioner. You were sitting out there in the 100-degree weather, stewing over there like, I want my fucking water, man. When are they gonna bring me the fucking water? 6 people have gone. 6 people. Yeah, where's my? And then you do the fucking. You remember when I choked the shit out of my mic for that clip? You do. Water! That was you. And all you had to do, like literally
I know.
All you had to do
I know.
Like,
I know I had to be like, hey,
can I have my water, please? Like, and that was it. That was it.
I know.
So it begs me to ask the question again. What have we learned?
Don't ask for water on a busy day.
No, that's not the fucking lesson here, Jimmy.
He wants to say don't wait outside, but people wait outside all the time for shit, okay? I don't want to hear it. I've been to Starbucks before. I've waited outside. I've gotten my drink.
When you paid and your name's fucking on it and it's sitting
I was
on the
in
counter.
The system. It's whatever. It's in the past. Whatever. It's whatever, dude.
He said, listen, man, there's a system. I was in it.
If I had a paid drink, I'd probably have it.
No, I mean, you'd have had the water if you just stayed inside. I mean, in your mind, so the other thing I would go through is like, okay, I get it. You were sweaty and you were trying to be courteous and you didn't want other people to smell you because you thought you smelled. The odds are is you probably didn't smell that fucking putrid. People probably could have stood next to you and not even gotten a fucking whiff of you. Is probably the reality of it.
Yeah,
but in your mind, you were worried that they were gonna get that stank ass smell, and you're like, man, I fucking stank, and so you wanted to go outside.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I get that.
Isn't that respectful?
Well, I don't think it. So here's the thing about if it's respectful.
But listen.
I don't think it was disrespectful if you had chosen to stay inside.
But it's packed. That's why. Like, if I was just in the corner by myself, yeah, obviously, it's like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there was a lot more people, so people are a little bit more closer together. So that's why I opted to wait outside. And like I said, I waited outside before. But I do see your point where they see somebody walk outside, right? And it's a free water. Like, I understand that. They're either
going to assume that someone got you your water right away, or that you're leaving because you didn't want to wait through the process of getting your water because it was so busy, right? And so it's just it's a normal interaction. It's just like you said, you were tired. You went on a 2-mile run, so you weren't in like the mental capacity at that.
I wasn't
to be able to like digress that and like really work through that. And so what ended up happening was your feelings got a little skewed, and then you felt a little offended because you felt like
but I didn't say anything, right?
Yeah, but that's why communication is like an incredible fucking skill, like a life skill.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't gonna be nice because I was already pissed off, and so that's why I just left.
You ever have any? I don't want to say anything. You ever have any moments? Had any like not even at like Starbucks, but like at any other like place where you just have to fucking go off. You just gotta fucking give them a piece of your mind. You ever have a fucking Karen moment? I feel like everybody has at least one Karen moment. Maybe
not really.
Maybe yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't feel like I've had any moments like that. I've done it on the phone. Cause like
I haven't even done it on the phone.
Oh, I have.
Those insurance people can be real fucking dicks. I'll tell you that.
It was to a fucking insurance. Yeah, it was to an underwriter for insurance. Yeah, I got real pissed off. Yeah.
I can't really.
The
only thing that comes to mind is me in middle school.
Though. I feel like I was within right.
Oh.
Maybe that's just a me thing. I feel like I was justified in my process of like.
Well, what happened? Why do you think you were justified?
So you'll probably remember this. It wasn't my direct situation. It was for my fiance and her insurance through Progressive. Okay. And so I guess they had sent her a letter to ask if so-and-so was supposed to be on her insurance. Okay. But they had the wrong address on file, so she never got the letter. So their policy was after so many days, they just fucking add you to the insurance. Thus, so they just added some random fucking person to her insurance, and it caused her rates to go up. Then we had to jump through hoops with an underwriter on the phone to get this person taken off. We couldn't just, like, naturally you call on the phone, that's not me, please remove them. We had to go through extra steps. Like, that wasn't good enough for them. And it was like, how does this even fucking happen in the first place? And so at that point, I was already very frustrated with the underwriter. I was like, this makes zero fucking sense how this even happens without consent in the first place. We're talking about a fucking insurance policy here, right? Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah, like you see the names don't match up, like a red flag doesn't pop up. Like
how does that even happen with like without consent? Like, my idea is like, that's you can't just add somebody onto someone's fucking insurance policy. So yeah, I went off on the phone. Because you don't fuck around with money. That's what like it's one thing to like, talk shit. You don't fuck around with somebody's money though. And it doesn't matter how much the money is. It doesn't matter if you need the money or not. You just don't fuck around with somebody's money. Like that's one of the main reasons why I don't borrow money from people. Because I don't ever want to be in a position, and not that I don't think I'd, like, if I needed to borrow money, and not that I don't think people would give it to me, or not that I don't think that I'd be able to pay it back. It's just that I don't ever want to be in the position of I owe someone money, and I don't want to fuck with their money. And so for me, I stay away from it. I don't borrow money from anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't even ask my mom for money. You know what I mean? That's my mom. And so, yeah, that's just, it's like one of my rules of a human, you know? I refuse. But
I refuse.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like, for me, that's one thing. Like, you just don't fuck with people's money, man. Like, that's I think you might have been here for it. I told this story before. I borrowed an old viewer money one time.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And he kept telling me he was gonna pay it back, and like 2 years went by. I don't fuck with that person. It wasn't even a lot of money.
Don't worry.
I didn't give it a buck. And maybe
I got you. Don't worry, bro. Next paycheck. Don't worry. Well, I got you.
He needed. So I'll be honest. At the time, I was living in my apartment. It was like my first year in the apartment. I was 18 years old. I was broke. Like, all my money was going to, paying for the apartment, like the rent, and going to the rent, going to the food, and whatever the necessities were. And I wasn't like quite making as much from streaming at the time. So I was broke. And so he needed money to get home. He needed an Uber.
And then you lent him money.
So I gave him. I was like, yo, here's the 20, man. Like, get home. I don't want you to be stuck. Like, get your ass home. Like, not a big deal. You're supposed to pay me that money back. And then he kept putting it off. Oh, I got you your money. Disappeared for 3 months, comes back. But yeah, I'm sorry, bro. This happened. I got you your money. Well, I still ain't gotten the money.
For $20?
For $20. And that's what I'm saying. So maybe I'm a little jaded or like petty about it, because it's negligible amount of money. But it's the fact of the matter, he fucked with me at that point.
Yeah, I mean, even if like you're strapped for cash, right? Like, you have like an extra $5 laying around here and there, you know? You could have just done like, I don't have all the money right now, but here's a $5. Like, I'm pretty sure you would understand that. I would understand that.
Bro, you honestly could have just hit me up and been like, dude, I'm going through a really rough time right now. Like, I want to pay you back, but I'm struggling. And I probably would have been like, bro, don't even worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But he didn't even go through that effort. He didn't even do that. Like, he didn't even, like, because I'm a reasonable person. If you come and talk to me, I'm going to understand. If you're like, everybody goes through shit. Like, $20 is whatever. Like, I don't mind giving, like, all right, if you need it, like, fucking do it. Get that stress off your back. He never did that.
Yeah.
It never happened that way. And so
Yeah, never reached out and be like, yeah, don't worry, bro, I got you.
he just kept making those like empty promises, and so he never got me.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So that's my one thing, man. Like, don't fuck with somebody's money. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what it is, just don't do it. So that was yeah, man.
I gotta stop eating Chipotle. This motherfucker's gonna come after me for the B&B money.
No, I already know your B&B money was put aside. Otherwise, I'd still be harping on you about every time you order Chipotle. I'd keep it a bug with you. I know that money was put off to the side.
Yeah.
And I know it's not even in your possession. That's why it was put off to the side. Had you still been ordering Chipotle, every time you'd have been like, I'm gonna order food, I'd have been like, Jimmy, you're gonna be fucking broke and not be able to afford this fucking B&B.
Dude, I know, dude. I spend a lot of money on food because I like to eat good, not necessarily like.
You just like to eat good food, bro. Life is short.
I like to eat good, healthy food, right? Like I don't like to eat like I don't mind eating like cheap food, but like I want to eat good.
Yeah, I get it.
So I spend a little bit more. Honestly, I could be like making like I could be cooking food. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean I get it because I eat out a lot too. I eat out like I don't eat out a ton. Like I don't order food every week. I don't like go out to eat every week, but I get in the spurts where like it's just easier to just order some food for dinner, and then we might go 2-3 nights in a row we ordered food, whether it's for dinner, lunch, or breakfast, whatever it might be, and then it adds up quick. It's actually really funny because if you ever like go through 1 year's worth of transactions in your bank account and you just go, all right, I'm gonna pick out every transaction in which I spent money on food or which I ordered money on food,
my shit would be filled with
you're
food.
like, bro, I could have had how much extra money if I'd have just not ordered?
Just not ordered that, or maybe just ordered less.
It's the same thing like when people buy cigarettes, right? Like people who finally quit smoking cigarettes, for people who want to quit smoking, when they quit, they realize how much money they're saving per pack per year.
Yeah, because it all adds up.
Crazy money. I mean, Twitch does.
Especially with DoorDash, it's a little bit more pricier. So you're spending a little bit extra to have it delivered to you.
Well, not only that, but DoorDash raises prices. They mark prices up. So
they mark the prices up.
$1 to $2 higher. Then you're paying DoorDash fees, and you're paying delivery fee,
and the tip,
and the fucking tip. Yeah. It's outrageous, dude. It's outrageous.
Yeah, it's a little bit much, but you have the luxury of just having your food delivered to you, right? And I think I said on the last podcast is I would do that a lot.
Yeah, just knowing.
Because I want to stay inside.
Well, and not only that, it's convenience, right? And so
yeah, you pay for the convenience.
But even in that moment, it's easy to be like, all right, whatever, it's just $35. Let's just wipe it off. And then you do it 10 more times, and you're like, oh, there's $350 that just went. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, damn,
just fucking went.
Let's see what the best way you can put it in like comparison, right? So like my electric bill is $285 this month, which it's the peak of summer. It's the highest
to be expected.
It's to be expected 100%. Like I know it's going to be north of $270, right? Like I know it's going to be north of that when that bill comes around. So then, like, you know, if you're ever in a situation where you're like, okay, I need X amount of money for this bill, and then you're like, okay, well, let's say, I don't even want to say like, let's say you're broke, but let's say like maybe money's tight and you're just feeling it, and then you start to actually look at your finances and you go, oh fuck, I spent $400 extra on food this month. Like, what the hell? So yeah, it's just sometimes it's so easy in the moment to just do it, and then you realize later like how much you're actually spending. So I always try to cut back on like over there fucking sending it, man. It'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah, I feel like a budget would help me. It's just I can never like stay up to date with it.
Budgeting,
I can never like counsel myself like that, right?
I've never budgeted either. I just like never really worried about it. I'm in a better position nowadays than I ever was before. Like I did a lot of questionable shit when I was younger. Like I always tell people, I always tell people that when I became a full-time streamer, I should not have been a full-time streamer. It was like it very easily could have been,
because you were just spending money on stupid shit.
Well, not only that. Well, it wasn't like just spending money on stupid shit, but it's like I wasn't like when I first went full-time, I wasn't making that much money from Twitch. but I also had bills because I moved out from my mom, and I had to pay for food, had to pay for the bills, you know, had the electric bill, had the internet bill in order to be able to stream. And so you're paying for all that stuff. And so it's like, I wasn't making that much, and I was paying for all of that. The reality, I should have still been working. I didn't. I mean, it worked out, right? Like, everything fucking worked out. But had it have not worked out, who knows where that would have gone, right? But it's always easier to just, like, not think about that and just fucking do it, right? My mind, I was 18. I was like, fuck it, man. You got to take risks.
Fuck it.
Scared money don't make money. You say it all the time. You say it all the time. So I was like, well, you know what?
But that shit's scary.
Yeah, but scared money don't make money, man. And it worked out. It worked out.
You just got to trust yourself. And if, like, you don't know if you never try, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it goes. Exactly. Like, so you have to be willing to, like, make those leaps. I think that's, like, really important in life. The way I've looked at it was like, you know what? This is a unique opportunity. Not a lot of people get this type of opportunity, because this was 8 years ago now. So it was even less common then than what it is now.
True.
And so in my mind, I was young. Don't always get those opportunities, and life comes at you fast. So I was like, fuck it, dude, let's just do it. Let's send it. And I had a job. I had an opportunity to stay working at the time. The only reason I even went full time, I said fuck it and, like, jumped into it, was because the company I worked for was getting bought out, and they offered me a job at the new company. But I was like, you know what? I don't like the idea of working for somebody different, because I had a really sick ass boss, and I didn't want to work for somebody else. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna try this out.
Okay.
Some scary moments, some scary fucking moments. I've learned a lot from it. Like, I learned a lot for sure. But I don't think I would change any of that shit. I'd probably just keep fucking sending it for sure. We have an ad break, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Oh shit, yo, Jimmy, we're back, man. You want to go ahead and bring us back from the ad break?
Back from the podcast. I mean, back from the podcast. Back from the ad break.
We need one of those.
What in the podcast?
We need one of those.
Myself.
Like,
the whip.
The cut.
Dude. The
cut.
Yeah, the movie thing.
Take two.
Marker.
Marker, dude.
I already ruined it. But we're back. Myself, Jimmy, and CrossFireX. What were we talking about before the ad break?
You tried.
I didn't try at all.
What were we waffling about?
We were talking about electric bill. We were talking about money and then budgeting, and then you were talking about your utilities.
Yeah, true. It was like money and budgeting wise, and like it was like spending money and not realizing how much you're spending over time until, like, you go back and look at it. It was like all the food deliveries. Like, even if you look at just the delivery costs.
True. Like you said with the cigarettes, like people have vices, right? And they notice they spend a lot of money on that. My vice would only be food. That's really where the bulk of the money goes.
I mean, it is a necessity, right? So, like, food matters.
I mean, it is, but, like, I could make it work. I could use less dollars to achieve the same thing.
Well, that's why I was telling you. I was like, yo, Jimmy, dude, if you want me to run through, like, I was saying from my perspective, because I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and so my mom was a single mom. She raised all 5 of us by herself, so she worked 3 jobs to be able to feed us, and so that we could have fucking clothes and shoes. So growing up, I learned just through that experience how to eat decent and eat cheap. And so I was like, dude, Jimmy, do you need me to run you through some cheap ass meals like grilled cheese, breakfast food?
It was just beans and rice. You get tired of beans and rice all the time, man.
But, like, so you can spice rice up though. So, like, rice gets boring, but have you ever just took ground beef, tossed it into some rice, and put a little bit of sauce in there?
I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'd rather just have, like, the beef and the taco. I don't like the mixing. Like, another thing that my mom and my grandma would always make is they would make ground beef tacos, but they would put potatoes in it too. So it'd be more filling.
Yeah, more filling.
Yeah.
So the beef.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, but that sounds fire though. Like, I mean, I don't know. At Taco Bell, I order spicy potato soft tacos. There ain't even ground beef in the bitches. It's just
Maybe,
potatoes.
yeah. I mean, maybe I just had it too much to where it just like, oh,
I
this,
mean,
this
yeah,
again?
it's kind of like I used to work at KFC for 3 years. I don't eat KFC anymore because I used to get a free meal every time I worked.
Yeah, I don't work at the fast food. I mean, I don't order from the fast food place that I used to work at.
You know, that's actually probably like a life hack. Like if you're young and you don't have a lot of money, that's a life hack. Like go get a job. Like you might not want to work.
Yeah, go get a job at fast
Who
food
the fuck
because
wants to work in fast food? But like you eat free. Like, and if you work 6 days a week, 6 days a week, you have one meal guaranteed every single day. Like you eat free.
Yeah.
And so it's a life hack. You save money. You eat free.
Yeah, and if you're a cook, you can be like, "Oops, I made an extra burger." Oh, I've done that plenty of times. I'm like, "Oh, my bad. I thought there was another car. I was making it in preparation. You know, there's an extra burger. Anybody want it? No, nobody wants it. Oh, you want half? Here's half. I take the other half."
Yeah, at KFC we used to get one meal free. It didn't matter what the meal was, as long as it was a meal, we got one meal free. So
I didn't get the meals for free.
Every time
I had it half off.
Yeah.
Damn,
so
my place was bougie, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got paid shit. I worked for fucking after 3 years, I was making $7.75 from age. Okay, it was good though because I started there when I was 14.
Yes.
It was like slave labor, man.
That's early as fuck. That's
I needed
like the
that money
minimum.
Dude, if I wanted any games, if I wanted anything, my mom wasn't buying it. I needed to go and get it, so I had to. Like that was like I was a skater, so if I needed new skate shit, new bearings, new wheels, new deck, new grip tape, new shoes, I had to go. I had to work. I had to go and get that money, so I didn't have a choice. So I started working when I was 14.
I started working when I was 18.
But that free food, man. I didn't notice how fat I was getting from it, though.
Dude, you don't notice,
I wasn't like getting fat. I was getting like fat, like chubby cheeks. And
yeah,
then I look back at pictures, I'm like...
think about it. Like all that greasy ass food, right?
I was eating daily, bro. Famous
yeah,
bowls,
just eating it daily, right?
Fucking boneless chicken, the extra crispy chicken, bro. The mac and cheese, the green beans, the corn.
Like, just slaying it.
We would take the biscuits and instead of baking them, we would drop them in the fryer, and it makes donuts. And so you would take that sugary biscuit and you would literally fucking sprinkle honey on it. You get one of the honey packets, and you just oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, my place was kind of cool because it was a twin kitchen where it had American food and kind of like Mexican food, so you had a very large variety, so you could switch it up a lot.
That's
like
nice.
you can have a burrito, you can have a taco, you can have a burger, you can have a wrap, a quesadilla. Like there was a lot of options.
You got a taco, and then on the other spectrum, there's a burger too. Was it like a bar? Or was it like a restaurant?
No, so one side was the grill, and the other side was like the taco bar. So you just...
Bro, John Taffer would have tore that place up.
What do you mean?
I watch a lot of Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue.
But even like Gordon...
You're gonna kill somebody!
Bro! That is literally
disgusting.
line!
Dude,
that is literally the line that me and Tabby talk about all the time because he's always fucking yelling that at him. It's like his favorite line.
I mean, some of the places are actually fucking disgusting, and but he just gets in your face. He's a very I'm gonna tell you what it is. You're gonna know what it is.
He's nicer in his old age. We watched one of the recent seasons. Like it was post COVID. He's like toned it down. He's real soft. He makes it real heartfelt. Like you actually can see where he's coming from now. He still yells. Like don't get it wrong. He's still a jackass. But
yeah, I mean, but he did that
in
the past too.
It's with meaning. Yeah, I feel like in the past, though, he used to like really fucking challenge people.
Really go into. I mean, sometimes people needed the challenge.
He's gotten soft. Like if he does like a VFW, which is a Veterans of Foreign Wars, or if he does a like if it's like an ex-cop or an ex-firefighter, like a service worker, he won't even yell at him. Like he comes at him like real fucking respectful, like real respectful. But besides that, what I was saying originally was like kitchen nightmares, like with Gordon Ramsay. One of the worst things you could do in a business is not have like a clear-cut concept, right? And so like you're serving Mexican food while also serving Americanized food, and like you're gonna lack in some areas instead of just specializing. That's what I was getting at.
True.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, like it's kind of mid, but I mean it does its job. Like it's just cheap food, right?
But yeah, but that's from a business standpoint, right? It's not exactly the smartest move, like in a business concept. It's cheap. It does its job, but is it going to continue to do its job for 5 years?
I mean, that company's been in business for like 15, I think.
True. I mean that's always good.
20.
But dude, and so that was always the craziest. That was always the craziest thing to me too. Is length of business doesn't necessarily mean profitability. And I learned that too. Like it's like these motherfuckers have been losing $200,000 a year for 5 years. What the? How are you still sending it? Shut that bitch down. You're just bleeding money. It's a pride.
Sometimes they have obligations. Sometimes they might have a lease.
Well, yeah,
or maybe they break the lease and then they got to pay more money.
But it's like you know it's a pride thing. It's the obligations, you know, all of that. It just really depends. It just depends on like where it goes or what's happening with it. So, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, shit's crazy. You never really know what something's like really operating like. You know what else was like really bad about like watching Bar Rescue? I don't want to go to bars anymore.
Yeah, because you think every bar is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, dude, cross-contamination, man.
Dude, cross-contamination is a big thing.
I feel like most of them aren't properly trained, and so it's like you're just getting fed
that's a
raw
big thing
chicken
that most people don't really understand. Like even in home cooking, people just handle raw chicken and then like, you know, just touch everything else, not knowing that they're getting that shit all over the place, and you can actually make somebody sick, like really sick.
Ridiculous, man. What's wrong with people, dude? Why are people so starved for attention? I think it's social media, dude. I know we've talked about this before about how
we talked about the thing.
It's literally a direct fucking social media thing.
Should we get into it again?
Maybe we should. It's like maybe we can dive into it deeper because we didn't really go that deep into it, but it's like I don't understand I don't know. Is it?
He just like, well, the thing is like, one, we don't know you, so we're not gonna pull you onto the stream. We're not gonna pull some fucking random. I feel like there's a lack of just self-awareness.
It's
from
like,
this individual. It's just like so weird, right?
It's like thinking anybody that you're more important than like other people. That like we should just pull you in, even though we have zero clue who the fuck you are. Like that.
Yeah, like me with the water incident. Yeah. So sorry.
So you know what? I'm keeping a good attitude. You know what? I'm keeping a good attitude. I don't even need this water. I'm out of here today. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, that's what I did. And I walked home and I got a water myself.
So we're on the way home. Were you just stewing over it the whole way home? You just walking home?
Oh no, well, like when I walked away, I was just like, nah, this is one of my water. But then I just like popped my headphones back in, turn on the music, and I was chilling.
Yeah.
I just got over it.
I mean, that's like
when I get like mad at something now, like I'll get mad for that time being, but then I'll realize like it's not really worth it to stay mad, right? Like why am I gonna ruin the rest of my day when probably nothing even happened? It was probably all me, which in fact it was pretty much all me, right? Like why am I gonna let that affect the rest of my day?
It was pretty reasonable the way that you got there, but it was like it was just coming from like a misunderstood place. I feel like.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of things happen is like misunderstanding, right? So I was just like, whatever. It is what it is. I'm just gonna get a water at home.
So in hindsight, though, just one more time, I'm just gonna ask one more time. What have we learned?
We learned not to order water on a busy day.
That is
I'm gonna keep saying it.
I'm gonna keep asking until you change your fucking answer. I'm gonna keep saying it. This is gonna be the battle of the Tauruses.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it because it's kind of true though.
I'm gonna ask you again in a month at TCon. All right, so what do we learn?
Oh shit, we're gonna hit the Starbucks.
What do we? I'll be like, yo, Jimmy, we're going into Starbucks, man. Tabby has a discount, so if you just. No, we'll probably.
I actually want Tabby's input.
We probably will take a trip to Starbucks at least once or twice because we're coffee drinkers. I'm gonna bring my Rogue with me too, so I make sure I'm rogued up out there. But just how it flows, man. Just how it goes.
I need Tabby's input. I want it. I'll respect her opinion.
I wonder if she woke up from her nap. She needs to work early in the morning. I told her she shouldn't take a nap because she's the type that doesn't just sleep for a couple of hours. She's gonna go to
she'll just sleep the whole.
And
yeah, that's me, dude. I really can't take naps.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm worried she's going to sleep too much and then wake up and not be able to go to sleep, and she has to get up and go to work in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't think you should take a nap. I set an alarm for her, but she don't wake up to him.
Wake her up.
She don't wake up to him.
Shake the bed.
She's downstairs. She's sleeping. She's napping on the couch right now.
Oh, okay.
She's lapping. What was I gonna say? We were talking about. Oh yeah, we're talking about social media, man.
Yeah, we want to talk about social media, but we went on the tangent about my water situation because I brought it back as a joke. I brought it back.
The fucking water situation, man.
Anyways,
oh my god.
I digress.
Yeah. So, anyways, fucking social media, dude. It creates like really weird like behavior.
Yeah, but my thing is just like self-awareness, right? Like if you're like doing it with good intentions, right? Because like most people use social media to just like know what people are up to in their daily lives, especially like the older generation, like how they use Facebook.
I was gonna say that's
documenting,
like strictly Facebook.
Yeah,
I don't know people that use Twitter that way.
Some people, I mean, Instagram used to be like that.
I don't even touch Instagram. I don't know anything about that app.
Instagrams are like more reels and short and stories and short form content now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Facebook, it was just to keep up with people. I think that's pretty cool. Like you can just keep up with friends, family, see what they're doing, see the pictures, post your interests, see other people's interests, hobbies and stuff. Like I think that is a normal thing because like think about like blogging was a normal thing for a while. Essentially, everybody's just blogging about their life on social media.
I know a lot of people do it to keep up with their friends post like high school.
Yeah,
but so when I got out of high school, I was like, "Fuck all you people, I'm out of here."
Me, I don't post a lot.
Right? I don't post at all.
I only recently started to post on Instagram because I did one post, and the comments were like, "Oh, what the heck?" Like, they didn't say you're alive, but that's what they said. Like, that's what it came off as. Like, "Oh, hey, what the heck? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't, hey, what's up?" So like to them, I was like dead because I wasn't on, right?
Yeah.
For me, I wasn't like, I just never posted.
Is that what people think? They think you're dead?
Yeah.
So do people think I'm dead then? Because I don't post.
Probably.
The only thing you want to know what's fucked up?
Unless they're in your inner circle, how would they know what's going on?
Yeah, well, because my fiance.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily think you're dead, but they just don't know.
Yeah. So you know what's is it fucked up? The only time I would ever post on Facebook was for like a hashtag ad just to get extra reach. like the first time I ever did HelloFresh, I came back from like 2 years of no posts, but like, hey guys, I'm sponsored by HelloFresh. You guys can save X amount of money if you click this link and use this code. And then people comment on it, and it's like, what the fuck? Or like, this is kind of fucked up. I would go on Facebook to like flex to all my old high school friends. Hey, I'm out here doing it, man. Because like in high school, a lot of people knew that I was working towards like being a streamer or like people that I used to work with. And so, just every couple of years I go out there to play like, hey, yo, I'm out here doing it. But like, is that bad? Is that
No, I mean, I kind of did that with Snapchat. I was like in my flexing era, I guess you can say. Like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this, I'm going out, I'm having fun. Like, that was very Snapchat-ish for me. People don't really use Snapchat anymore. Or at least I don't.
I don't, yeah. A lot of people do. Like, Tabby does. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be snapping anything. They would take a picture of a fucking nail in the floor just to keep their snap streak up.
Oh, the snap streak was... I always thought that was kind of cringe.
I did.
I mean, I get it. I mean, if we're being honest, most females do it.
I know,
not a lot of guys do it.
Tabby has a crazy snap streak.
Yeah, like it's more of a female thing to have a snap
streak.
Yeah,
it's outrageous.
I remember there was my coworkers. They had gotten an argument because one of them broke the snap streak.
No, they got into an argument over it?
They got into an argument. It wasn't necessarily like serious, but they were like mad.
I don't even get it because it's like the only people that know about your snap streak are you and the person you have the streak with, and no one else actually gives a fuck. So what's the purpose?
Unless you like take a screenshot and then post it on your story.
Look at my snap streak. Everyone's gonna be like, cool, you're fucking weird. Like, you did that for how many days? You know what I mean? I don't know, that's how I look at it. I'm like, damn, you got a 4,000 day snap streak. You need to get a fucking life. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It only takes like 5 seconds.
That might someone's gonna get offended about that. No, I'm just joking. That's my purpose though. Like, people they don't even snap anything meaningful. They just snap like it's like me taking a fucking picture like this. It'd be like zooming in onto my microphone and being like, that's my microphone, and then sending it on Snapchat just to keep the streak alive.
But isn't that what Snapchat really was? Just like snippets of your life?
Was to take pictures and have conversations through those pictures. I don't know. I don't actually know. I don't use Snapchat. I have a snap streak with my ex of 1489 days. You know, man, this is really unprecedented podcast here. Do you still have that snap streak going? This is very crucial.
He needs to know.
This is very crucial. You know, it's perfect timing because there's an ad in 5 minutes. You still have that snap streak going? I see a yeah, but I just want to double. It's still going, yes?
Oh my goodness.
And it's with your ex? Do I should I Nuts said it. Okay, Nuts said it. He said, let it go. I was going to say, someone in the relationship needs to let that shit go. Like, someone's got to let it go. Nuts said it, man. I didn't want to be the guy to say it, but you know, I was thinking it, man. Do you mind? Can we pull you, go through the dynamic a little bit? Like, is it like a cordial relationship? Like, you guys are friends now? Because plenty of those stories have happened.
That does happen, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of those stories have happened.
Very, very rare, though, in my opinion.
You can smash again. Don't listen to him.
Yes,
dude.
That man's on demon
1,500 days snap streak. I get to unlock smash. Like, it's a fucking achievement goal. At 1,500, we smash it. I'm done, man. Nah, no shot.
Not the one more stamp, you get a free ice cream.
Collect 6 of these and you get to hit the Pound Town. All expense paid vacation to Pound Town.
That's so fun.
It was a mutual breakup, just different life goals, but had a lot of good memories that we didn't want to toss away, so we still talk as friends. Oh, I mean, that's good. I mean, that's fair. Okay. That's fair. The snap streak thing's kind of interesting. If you ever get into a future relationship, that's going to come into an issue. Because a future relationship, they're going to be like, you guys broke up how long ago? You guys still snap each other every day? They're going to be like, I don't think this is going to work out.
I'm finna roll out.
He said, I don't know, man. I keep my exes on good terms because of work employment checks. Well, good terms is one thing, but a 1,400 day snap streak is a little different. It's a little different. I mean, it's like, I think it's fair. You guys have a very platonic relationship, for sure. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I gotcha. I feel it. Chad, we got an ad in 2 minutes, 20 seconds here. An ad in the how long have we been hitting this for?
It's probably only an hour.
Has it only been an hour? I feel like the time's gone really fast.
I think so. I think it's only an hour.
I feel like it's gone really fast.
No. Because didn't you stream for an hour? It's only 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
I went live slightly after 5. Yeah, I think it's been about an hour for sure. I feel like the time's gone really fast though. I feel like it's a quick hour.
Yeah, I hit the no look.
No look. I
really did. I had to let it process. I was waiting for the answer.
It was you after not getting that water too. He's like, you know what? But just no look.
That SpongeBob meme where he's like, I'm gonna head out.
Where he's getting up.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's fucking funny. Chat, we got that ad break coming up. 1 minute, 20 seconds. It's gone up pretty fucking quick, man. Social media, actually. I think that was a greater tangent of social media.
Yes. Social media.
How do you feel about the change from Twitter to X?
I think Elon just wants to make it his, right? He expressed he likes the letter X, and since he has the majority shares of Twitter,
You think it's an ego thing?
I
I think so. I think so. You don't spend billions of dollars to just redo an entire fucking brand that already has a presence. I mean,
you ever heard the term like fuck you money? Like, I think that's just fuck you money.
Yeah, but fuck you money comes from ego. You have fuck you money, so you use it to just say fuck you, right? Like that's kind of an ego thing.
Yeah, I could see your point, but I also see the point of like wanting it to make it his thing. But you could say that's ego too.
Yeah, that's 1,000% ego.
Okay,
He transitioned an entire global brand. Like, we're not talking about like some small mom and pop shop. We're not talking about a restaurant. We're talking about a global brand that he had to go and put his patented fucking stamp on with some shit logo, shit name.
Yeah, the logo is actually ass.
I mean, it wasn't even just that. Like, don't forget when he bought the place, he fired like half the fucking staff too.
Yeah, he did.
He laid off like hella employees.
Yeah. He cleaned house.
You know, X because it stands for X Corp. Like it's.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think it's an ego thing. I would argue if you got that much money, it's almost impossible to not have an ego. Like, you can be humble, but you're gonna have some type of ego. Like, at some point, you're gonna be like, I think everyone has like an ego. Yeah, right? Everybody. Well, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's always going to be an ego of something, right? The question is like, it's a spectrum, right? Like, how big is the ego? Like, is it down here, or is it like way the fuck over here?
Yeah.
And so, but when you have the money he has, he knows he is in that top like 0.1% of people in the entire world, and so I feel like you can't be there and not have a massive ego. Like, when you think about it like that, like 0.1% of people, like very few people, if any.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that would make you feel some type of way.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it has to be ego. Why wouldn't you feel a type of way? Like, dude, if you had that much money, like to some extent,
you would have an ego.
1,000%. You could be humble, but like most of the time, how are you humble? Like, you can be humble, but accidentally you're gonna come off not humble because you're just like, let me pay for it, guys. You got billions of fucking dollars, so it's like, but that could almost be seen as like, whereas
it's such an interesting thing, right? Because like you're saying that he's paying for the dinner. That's kind of ego, but isn't that just helping somebody out sometimes?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that was the point I was making. You could be humble about it, but it can come off as kind of like his money's better than mine because he has so much of it. Like, well, I can't afford to pay for this meal. That's a pride thing from the other side. Like that's a pride thing from the other side for sure.
What, I can't pay for my meal?
But like also like is Elon Musk isn't hanging out with fucking peasants. Like when you have that much money,
free meal any day.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like when you have that much money, like you're only hanging out with people that are around you that have that much money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you really going out of your way to like you're not going to engage with, like, if you're walking down the street and you have that much money, are you going to engage with, like, for lack of a better, like, example, like...
the plebeians? The common folk?
Like, are you going to, like, would you engage?
Indubitably.
I like to think I'm a people person, and so, like, I feel like naturally, it doesn't cost anything to, like, smile or, like, say hi to somebody. And so I would do that.
No.
Like, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like he would.
As far as, like, interact?
I don't feel like he would.
Be polite? Well, you don't think he'd be polite?
No, I think he'd be polite. You have to be, because it's not like the question is genuine politeness. Is genuine. You're in the public eye like that, like 24/7. So like, is it really being polite, or are you just doing it because you know that if you're not, it's gonna get plastered? Or you do.
We'll never know until
we
see something. Right?
I mean, you'll never know. It's entirely waffling. Yeah, like you'll never fucking know. The whole like Twitter thing though. I feel like I miss old Twitter.
Well, we can kind of circle it back to the social media aspect, where like being courteous, like a lot of content that's like kind of doing numbers right now on YouTube is like people doing the the mystery
content.
box at like $1 or just giving people money, right?
True.
Like, is it really just out of the kindness of their heart, or is it for the views,
or is it both,
or is it both, or does it just happen they get views for doing that?
I think
right?
like
we'll never know until like you know the person.
That's
right?
a tough situation. That's a tough situation too, because if you're a content creator and it's your job to generate impressions, it's your job to generate views.
Yeah,
you could do it out of the kindness of your heart, but also deep down you know like this is gonna generate hella clicks. That's hard. That's hard.
A lot of people in the comments like, why'd you do this on camera, right? Why don't you just do this off camera?
I hate when people say that.
Why?
I hate, because they always say it to people who like it's their fucking job. Like they don't ever just say it to somebody who does a one-off. It's never said to the person that just does a one-off video. It should be, right? And maybe they do say it to the person that does a one-off video, but 9 times out of 10, it's to the guy that's got 10 million subscribers on YouTube. It's his fucking livelihood. Like, of course he's doing it on camera. Everything he does is on camera.
True.
So like, it's a stupid question.
The thing is, they'll never see the off camera anyways. So that argument is kind of like, even if they did do it off camera,
well, you would never know.
They would never. No one would fucking know.
And so, like, and that's the other thing too. So when people pose that question, they just automatically assume that it's not being done off camera because it's being done on camera. Yeah. But it's like, it's their fucking livelihood. Like, it makes sense. Like, of course, it's gonna be on camera. That's like telling a family vlogger to not like make their family look really, really good in their vlogs. Like, make it seem like, because everybody, like, deep down, like, every family has its issues, but in every vlog it always seems like that family's perfect. And then so then you're gonna get random people that are like, wow, you're gonna have people that fantasize. They're like, wow, your family's so perfect. And then you're gonna have people that maybe they don't say it, but they're on the other side where they're like, this is kind of fake. Like, it's always
the family's too perfect.
This family's too perfect. This is fake. This isn't real. And it's, you know what I mean? Because people are always gonna blame like fucking, like, people are always gonna try to say like scripted content. It's like, dude, it's their fucking livelihood to make you enjoy their videos. Like, you think they're gonna put like kind of like
some depressing shit on
like,
there?
Well, depressing shit will happen because it pulls at the heartstrings. Like if a death happens in the family and you're a family vlogger, that's gonna go on the vlog. As shitty as it sounds, it's gonna pull more views, but like, you're a family vlogger. A lot of family vloggers vlog everything.
And content creation is your life.
Everything.
Your life is kind of online. Like, mostly everything is online.
Yeah, everything's out there. So it's like,
and some people are uncomfortable with putting everything online, but that's just them.
Yeah. It's always kind of interesting to like dive into like the, like, do you ever try to like dive into someone else's mind? Whenever I find myself emotionally reacting to something, I try to step outside of myself and figure out why.
I try to view it from their perspective. That's why I like playing devil's advocate a lot. Even if I don't agree with it, I just like to I like to exercise the idea from the other side to see what the mindset would be. Just for education, I guess you could say, just to know.
I mean, I think being objective is like, I think being objective, like the ability to be objective is a really, really good skill, because it allows you to like kind of approach every situation, even negative situations, with like a different mindset. Whereas a lot of people will react like emotionally to things, and I try not
like
to react
the incident at Starbucks.
It's an emotional reaction, totally within your human rights. But yeah, for like, I try not to emotionally react to things. I don't know, maybe like, maybe I don't have emotions. Nah, that wouldn't be.
Oh shit! I mean, we all have emotions, right? Yeah. It's just like keeping yourself in check, and sometimes it just slips up, you know.
Well, so okay, that it's actually really, it's really funny that you say that. We say we all have emotions. And I'm not saying this applies to me. I'm not saying I don't have emotions.
What are you, a sociopath?
But I was gonna say there are sociopaths where like
they are.
They have
Yeah, there are people like that.
there's a disconnect in the
Yeah,
emotions.
like they don't. The main thing I think with sociopaths is they lack empathy.
And they'll use you, manipulate you, do whatever they got to do. They'll make it seem genuine. Like some of them have gotten so good at it, they can seem really, really genuine and be like genuine people. But in reality, there's an agenda behind it, and you won't know it though until it's too late and they fucked you over. Right? And so
That's
it's
scary.
like, it's when you think about like engaging with people like that, put it in perspective of like, we're both streamers. We both come in contact with thousands of people. Somewhere along the line, there's probably some statistic that has said we've probably had conversation with 1 or 2 sociopaths. Then you can go even further and say, for me, I've been doing this for so long, I probably have gotten close to one and didn't even know I got close to him.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
That's fucking wild to think.
You build so many different relationships. There could be someone within the inner circle that could be a sociopath. We would never fucking know if they're really good at being genuine.
All right, who's the bad egg?
You could be the sociopath. I could be the sociopath.
Reveal yourself.
We would never fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, unless you reveal yourself. Like, and so I always like to think of like crazy ass fucking scenarios like that, because then you get to thinking about it, and you start to. It's almost kind of funny. You kind of psychoanalyze all of your relationships when you start to think like that. You're like, all right, I gotta find out.
You start looking through the database. You know what, this motherfucker's been acting too sweet lately. I gotta check out it.
You start scrolling through. You're like, that motherfucker been kind of sus now that I think about it. Like, he might like, what's he want from me? What do I have to offer? What does he want from me? What's his angle? 100%. So now you start questioning all. You do that sometimes. Describe sometimes. Well, like, no, it's like, I think naturally.
Or like when someone gives you kind of like I wouldn't say sign, or just something to like make like trigger your thought process. Like, does that happen? Like often?
Run that by me one more time.
What? Am I not explaining it right?
No, I was in like deep thought. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was trying to like formulate. I blanked. I didn't even hear what you said. That's why.
Just like the people at the Starbucks didn't hear me ask for my fucking water. You know what? It never ends, bro. I'm just being ignored. My biggest pet peeve in this world is being ignored, and I get ignored.
Now you got ignored there. No, I mean, like, it was like a blank.
Man.
But like, truth, I had to double check on what a contrarian was. So I Googled contrarian, and then I was thinking about it.
And then you were doing the thing on me.
And so when I was thinking about it, you were speaking and I wasn't hearing anything. It was like so.
Okay, I do that sometimes when I read a book. I'll be thinking something in my head, but I'm reading the pages physically, but my brain isn't there, so I'll be like, oh shit, I gotta read this again. I didn't comprehend it.
Yeah, so it's like you read it, but you didn't fucking read it.
No, I just like it didn't. Yeah, the gears were turning, but I didn't learn anything.
Yeah. So what did you say?
I said, does anybody give you like say somebody does something, right, and kind of gives you like a sign? You're like, wait, hold up. Let me think about it. What's their angle? Does that happen a lot to you?
Not nowadays. Maybe in the past. My circle's pretty tight. Like, I keep my circle tight. That's a tourist thing, I like to think. But I just don't really fuck with too many people because I don't really trust people. And so I keep my circle tight for that reason. And so my circle, all the homies that I've been rocking with for 6, 7, 8 years. And so I like to think that by that time you know them, you kind of can get a grip on like what they are, or who they are, right? And so
who they are as a person, how they act.
I would say like back then, probably, yeah. I always questioned angles back then, especially like on my come up, like when I was popping off, I questioned everybody's angle.
I guess on the pop up, because like that happens, like that's pretty normal, right? Like there's like leeches and stuff. People just want to use you. If you're like on the up and coming, I feel like in every aspect of life there'll always be people, just temporary people, just trying to use you. So I mean, being skeptical is not necessarily a bad thing, right? I just asked if you do that often, but you said you don't do that anymore.
No, I would say probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe if
For me, go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe if you're like a complete stranger, and you're just gigging nice to me out of nowhere. Like,
oh, he's like, this motherfucker's too
this
nice.
motherfucker wants something. Like, what's he got going on? Like, what's he trying to do? You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just like trying to like make new friends, right? That could be it. Like, that could be the one, like making a new friend. And so someone will be like extra nice. But yeah, I mean, you never really know.
For me, I'm pretty clueless. At least I was before, so I didn't really think into that. If you were nice, I was nice back. If you're a dick, I was a dick back. I didn't really like
Reciprocate energy.
think. Yeah, I just reciprocated energy. I didn't really look into it deep.
That's how I am. That's why I couldn't let that guy just walk scot-free out of here. I had to reciprocate the fucking energy.
I had to tell him.
Let him know I was fucking alpha here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is my fucking domain, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Especially like when you go into somebody's stream, you can't go into somebody's stream and just start making demands when you're
and start demanding shit.
Like motherfucker, you're in my house. Like this is my shit.
Drop a 500 bomb real quick, and then you can start demanding
this is my corner of the internet. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna come in here sideways and just come out the gates. You know, the shit looks sweet out here. Reciprocate energy. Hell nah. Shit ain't sweet. You come at me with respect, I'm gonna come at you with respect, right? But yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think that's a normal thing. It's like it's the same thing. It's like if somebody came into your stream, they didn't know you, and they just started coming at you jaded as hell. You're like, "Fuck's this guy?"
Yeah, I'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, what the hell is he on? Because I'll think about that before I respond, because I want to respond appropriately, right?
I respond.
I don't want to make an emotional response.
Hell no, when they step into
I did earlier before the podcast because people were fucking roasting me. But anyways, that's besides the point.
That's different though. When they step into your domain, like with the stream, when they step into your domain, they're coming. Coming at you jaded. It's not an emotional response. You're just defending your domain.
Yeah, true.
Like if you know you got a dog, and somebody comes into your dog's domain. They've never been there before. Your dog's about who the fuck are you? Yeah. Gonna start bargaining. I think that's a natural like instinct, right? So
true.
But yeah, man. You ever just like, I don't want to say like psychoanalyze your friendships, but like I think there's always gonna be a point like just in the natural like highs and lows of life. There's gonna be times in which like you just start like there's always gonna be a time in which you just like question everything. You're like, man, I'm 26. Is everything I've been doing this whole time, has it all been worth it? Like, should I keep going? Like, it's just natural. Like, just no matter what.
Should I keep going?
Like not like keep going in life, but like keep going with like whatever path you're on. Like, I'm not even relating it to us, right? Like, I'm just saying in general. Like, I think it's natural.
I have to clarify that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's just natural that at some point you're gonna hit a roadblock or you're gonna hit a wall or what feels like a wall, and you're gonna go. You know, you're gonna make a decision. Do I go down a new path or do I keep going on the same path? Like, has this all been worth it?
Interesting that you say that because I'm probably in that position right now.
Yeah,
me going more outside.
I would say you are. Yeah, I think you're in the position right now. Like you went down the path of being a content creator, and now you're trying to decide if like full-time content creation is something you really want to dive into or not. And so you're in that path. Like you're thinking about it. Like, has it all been worth it, or do you feel like there's a more worth it life on a different path?
I want to say I enjoyed the experience I had, and I do love streaming.
Hype moments.
Yeah, I love it, right? But like I felt like I was just on it too much. So maybe not full time. Like I'll still be around. I'll stream here and there.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'll be a part-time streamer.
Yeah. Well, and
because I think that's better for me, so I can do more stuff IRL. Because like I explained, I think on the last podcast, I would just 8 hours a day on stream inside, and then when the stream's off, I'm still inside.
Yeah, I mean, I've been cutting my hours back, but because I'm putting not because I like don't want to be a full-time content creator, but I'm actually like putting more focus into like really working on the YouTube side of things and like really trying to learn that side, and like trying to work with Toby on learning that side and learning like that, learning more of the editing side that I didn't learn in school, and just kind of going that route. And so that's why I've been cutting back on stream times. But yeah, I mean, just in general, right? Like you're always gonna have like there's always gonna be some type of like period in which you're like.
Yeah, where you objectively look at everything and you're just like, okay,
Yeah, I think naturally
Should I
that's
change
like healthy.
something? Should I just keep rocking? What things I need to do? Yeah. And I had that conversation with myself not too long ago. Say like a month ago.
Yeah. Well, and so that conversation can come up with like friendships and shit too. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like super life based. It's just like, okay, this is what I put into my friendships. Are they putting in that same energy into this relationship, or are they not? Is it worth sticking in that relationship? You know what I mean? Like that can happen a lot in friendships.
Yeah.
So like if you got, a friendship and one person is putting in all the effort to make that friendship like a good friendship and the other person isn't doing any, at some point you're going to go, is that person worth like still putting in all that effort when they're not reciprocating?
Yeah, reciprocating the same energy. He's like, motherfucker, I'd be helping you all the time. Just like with that money incident. You helped him out with the money, he ghosted you.
Yeah.
Kinda.
When I look back at that, he had been around in the community for a long time, and I had played some games with him, but I didn't really, really like know him. But I went out on a limb. I was like, "Here you go, bro." Hey, I'll keep it a buck. At the time, like I could have used that $20 for a lot of things, right? But I wasn't even thinking about myself for the moment. I was just like, "Yo, get home. Like it's late."
Yeah.
You just got like, well, and he was trying to get home from work, and so I was like, "Well, he's working. He's trying to make money. He's trying to do something good." So like, yeah,
true. Like he's clearly on his shit. I'll probably get my money back.
That was the story.
My money back.
That was the story.
That was the story.
I later found out that there was potential that he was living out of his car and actually was buying like drugs with it and alcohol.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that he didn't actually need the money to get home. I don't know the real story. I just know what I've heard, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like, you ever find yourself just like, I don't want to say like psychoanalyzing things or like people, but everybody, I think it's natural to assume that everybody has like something they're trying to gain, right? That's why people get into their relationships.
Really?
You have to understand.
Like, I don't look at it that way. I think of like, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. If we do solids for each other, like it's all good. Like that's just how I look at it.
I don't think anybody should ever like go into a relationship expecting something from it. But naturally, like humans,
this guy's got a pool. Let me go
very incentive based.
Be friends with that guy.
Well, people are very incentive based. And so there's always like with every like if you look at life as a transaction, with everything you do, there's always something in the background that is like, okay, and is this beneficial? Right? Like it's just, I feel like that's just human nature.
Yeah.
It's innocent and like as innocent and as nice as it would be to like look at it in the black and white and just be like, oh, it's just, it just is what it is. But like when you really look at it, like there's
like deep dive into it, there's some type of transaction, if you could say.
Everything is transactional. Everything.
Yeah.
Like literally everything's transactional. Now, things can be transactional and still be good and have like good intention. I think that's where like intentions come from and like genuineness, right? Like, but everything at the end of like at the very bare bones of it, I view everything as transactional. Like everything's transactional because that's how people view things. I mean, even it's deeply rooted in our history. It's deeply rooted in our history. Like think about it. Like back in the day, if you needed something, you traded for it.
Yeah, that's why they call them trades.
You didn't just like go and give somebody what you had to offer because you just wanted to give it to them. They had something you needed.
Yeah.
Now you were both doing a favor for each other, and it was a good relationship and it was a good transaction. But it began.
Yeah.
The actual transaction began.
Yeah.
Because something was needed, and they had what you needed, and you found a way to get it. And I kind of look at like all the different areas. Like
that. Yeah. If you look deep into it, you can find that.
As I'd love for. Life is so fucking complex, right? Like, for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason, dude.
Yeah.
I think naturally, like, people make it harder than they need to, but.
I mean, that's just people being themselves, right?
Well, I mean, Well, like, I guess in that sense, and we have an ad in 4 minutes, but I guess in that sense, like when I say people like make things harder, a lot of it is like emotions that get in the way. Like emotions are so good, but at the same time they're so bad, right? Because emotions get in the way. Then like pride would get in the way of you like seeking help. Like if you needed help for something, like pride would get in the way of that.
Yeah. True.
Trying to think where else I was gonna go with that, but I mean you get my point. Like, like we as a species we make things harder than we need to. Like you can even look at like the Karen aspect, right? Like if you bring up like Karen's been really popular. We're not talking about the water. Don't go back there. I wasn't going back to the water. You're going back to the water. Let it go, Jimmy. Let it go, man. It's deeply rooted inside you. You're still thinking about that fucking water, man.
No, it's because I thought I was gonna get cooked. I thought I was gonna get cooked again.
No, I wasn't.
My defense mechanism went up.
You see what happened? You assumed again. What did I tell you about assuming?
I'm just cautious, man. Sorry. I'm just cautious.
Nah, what I was gonna say was like in a Karen aspect. When a Karen situation happens, and you know somebody's very, very, very emotionally attached or very, very upset about something. If they just removed themselves from those emotions, just explain. Yeah, just
put themselves in check and look at it objectively.
It's not a big deal. It's not a bigger but they go through all that stress, like those emotions rage and they're yelling and screaming and people are recording them with phones in their faces.
I don't even think it's them. You never like kind of like where it's like adrenaline, where you just feel like you're just firing off on all cylinders.
Like that chick just, on that, get at it. American Airlines plane.
Oh, the one where she's
hysterical.
Like, yeah.
That motherfucker is
guy
not
right
real.
There is not real. Yeah, she probably was like not even coherent. Like I don't know. There was an apology video. I just didn't watch it.
I don't know how you get to that point though. Was it like?
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how you get to that point.
You know what it probably was. So a lot of people get stressed when flying. She probably took like shrooms or something before the flight to try to like calm her anxiety. Because a lot of people will microdose.
True. A lot of people do take stuff for
and they'll try to calm their
flights.
Anxiety. Because it's a flight and they're anxious. Maybe they don't like heights. Maybe they're just not comfortable with flights. And so they'll microdose. Like people will microdose shrooms. Maybe she just, maybe she microdosed. Maybe she took something a little bit more. Maybe she didn't really. Too much. Maybe it's her first time. She didn't really know what she was doing. And then all of a sudden she's having a nasty trip on this plane where that motherfucker's not real.
Yeah,
but it was easy because the entire internet just fucking fried her. And it was like.
Yeah. That sucks.
Social media, dude. And now the long-term like repercussions of what happened there, what could have been a really innocent thing, like somebody just fucked up. They made a mistake, had a bad trip or something. I don't know. It's just speculation, right?
But now it's on the internet because of social media. Because social media is ass.
And there's a level of like physical and like mental turmoil that comes from that when you're getting plastered all over the fucking internet. Family knows about it. Your friends know about it. You're just taking
blows after blows. You see all the comments. Like, even if you don't want to look at them, like I think the curious brain would always just be like, take a gander here and there.
Everybody looks at the comments about themselves. So
and then you're just like, oh no.
100%.
Right.
100%. I'm hitting the snooze. Everybody does that. Like, yeah. She came out and apologized.
What was the apology? I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I had just saw it's probably like a fucking Dick Soto article or something, or like one of those like trap house fucking Twitter pages that
trap house Twitter pages.
Yeah, they always have like these there's like what is it? Like it's like rap music based, but they don't report on rap music at all. It's always news. It's like always news about fucking anything, but their whole profile, their whole branding is like rap music based.
Oh, so like World Star.
Well, no, because World Star is very broad. Like I gotta find, I'd have to like pull up one of the tweets. It's all over Twitter. I'd have to like see if I could find their profile because I can't think of what their actual name is. but it doesn't make sense. Like it's not related to the category at all.
Oh,
like what their brand isn't related to.
it isn't reflecting of what they actually
they literally post
and shit.
They post news about everything. Like literally, they post news about absolutely everything.
Oh,
Okay, so right here, so it's called Daily Loud, #1 source for hip hop / viral news. Why? Just say
there ain't
#1
nothing
source for
hip-hop.
viral news. There's nothing hip hop. It's never hip hop. It's literally always just viral news. It's like
because that's the shit that's popping.
it's so weird. It's like, huh? Yeah. We're on the broader topic of just social media in general. Yeah. So, dude, like there's a mental turmoil that comes after that type of frying on the internet, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I don't know.
How do you come back from that?
I'd be scared to post anything on the internet after that. I'm gonna be honest, because everyone's just gonna remember you as the person who freaked out on the plane.
I wouldn't really care so much about the random people on the internet that don't matter. It'd be like, your family has
In
seen
person.
it, and your friends have seen it, and next time you hang out, you're just like, yo, what do they think of me now? And they're not gonna fucking tell you the truth. I don't care what anybody says. They're not gonna fucking tell you the truth.
Some people won't tell the truth. Yeah.
Like I don't care what anybody says. Like why the fuck would they? There's no beneficial gain from telling you the truth of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bitch, I think you're kind of crazy after that episode. Maybe you should check yourself.
It's
into
like,
a mental,
damn,
like, you know what I
bitch,
mean?
you're pretty
Like,
wild.
Yeah, like
not gonna
they're
lie.
that's what they want to say. They're gonna be like, oh no,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, Becky. It's not a big deal. No one even remembers anymore. The reality is after like a year, no one remembers. But
It's true. People forget really fast.
Fucking year. Hell yeah, like nobody's talking shit on Nick Merckx anymore after that whole fucking fiasco. So you know why? 'Cause people didn't actually care to begin with.
That's even like
they pretended to care.
That's still social media. Like everything is like any like beef or any drama that happens is usually at the longest a month long. Not even that. Like that's the very extreme. Most of them are like a week or a week and a half, and then it's over. It's done. It's like it didn't even exist anymore.
I'd have argued like 5 years ago, a month for sure. Nowadays, because of like short form content and attention span, I give you 3 days. 3 days, people.
3 days?
3 days.
I said a week and a half.
3 days, people have moved on. 1 week is like the new 1 month. Like if it lasts a whole week, that's incredibly long. Incredibly long. I give it 3 days, and people have moved the fuck on. Like for instance, remember the whole Tuck Shop drama in the RuneScape community with the PVM tier list? No one fucking cared after 3 days. On a smaller scale.
I mean, all the streamers were memeing it, so it was still in people's minds, right?
It was memed for 3 days, but then once people, like, no one cared after that. Like that didn't last a week. That wasn't even close to a week. It might have even been 2 days. It might have even been 2 days.
Nah, I think it was like closer to like 4 or 5.
Not
quite a week.
The little Toki outrage. How many days? 3 days.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing happened
fucking
with
happened.
that.
Because
yeah.
no one actually fucking cares. People like to like jump on bandwagons. They like to pretend to care. I mean, it's just human nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what actually helped me when I started to realize 9 out of 10 things no one actually gives a fuck about, I stopped getting like emotionally attached to like weird shit because I'm like, no one fucking cares. So why do I care? Why does it affect me this way? And so it allowed me to actually be more objective. I was gonna say there's like another situation. I'm trying to think of what another situation was.
I care all the time about everything. I mean, if you say anything that disagrees with me, I'm mad.
I was gonna say you could even go back to the drama between like you and like the whole Rami thing on Twitter.
Oh, what even about that?
2 days, and then no one fucking
cared.
Yeah. Everyone forgot what was.
I mean, I even said it. Like I think I tweeted. I was just like, the shit's been said already. Just move on, right? I think that was like after like the third day.
An hour after, you're like, yo, let's fucking move on from this.
Yeah, because it was so pointless.
Yeah,
it was just noise. It was just nothing. There was nothing of substance. And then the thing is like it wasn't even about the original argument. People were just attacking each other for no reason. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? right?
Yeah, I mean, I asked a question in that situation. I asked a question to get a better understanding, and then I was like starting to to get attacked, and I was like, bro, relax. I'm asking a question because I want to understand.
Yeah.
It's not even that fucking serious to me. I really, literally don't care. It's like, relax, like calm the fuck down.
Clam down.
Yeah, pipe down over there with your fucking jaws flapping and your teeth tapping.
And your vocal cords fucking wiggling.
And you fucking
and your jaw moving up and down.
fucking sound radiating from your mouth hole.
Your nasal cavities constricting and expanding as air expends. And
if you're Asmongold, you're with your eyebrows flapping. That guy speaks with his eyebrows. I love Asmongold, dude. Shout out to Asmongold.
Yeah, I like his takes.
Yeah, he's got incredible takes about like everything.
Yeah.
Seems weird. Like he has very base takes. So I don't like a
weird I've rarely seen. Yeah, I don't really watch his content that much, but like the takes that I do watch, they're all kind of based. I have yet to see an L take from Asmon.
I never even watched him until like the whole Johnny Depp trial, and then I watched like his response to the Johnny Depp trial, and like he
that was
watch
content.
the trial and go through it. It was fucking content.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this guy might be spitting about something. And then I just started watching some of his casual content. I don't watch his lives at all. I wouldn't say I'm in, like, do I like his content? Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say I was like an Asmongold fan though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
But he has like very base takes. Like a lot of his takes, it's like, well, actually this guy, like you wouldn't think it, but it's like, this guy's actually kind of intelligent.
Yeah, he is.
Especially the way that he like says things too.
I mean, he has a very good vocabulary. His articulation of his words is nice. He's self-aware. I think he's like incredibly self-aware. Dude, and he honestly, most of the time, he just doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Like I think he said it before. Like, and he's like, yeah, this is what I am.
Yeah, he is incredibly self-aware, like an insane fucking amount of self-awareness. Pretty wild. I snoozed up twice. We have an ad break in minute 40.
Oh, okay. I'm peeling, bro.
Got that sunburn.
I got that sunburn again. I'm gonna have a farmer's tan. Wait, can you see the difference? Oh my. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like, you see? Oh, shit's crazy.
Yep.
Dude. My neck is always like really fucking crazy. That's what we usually point out. Is like my neck is always insane, like the back of it. Let me see.
God damn! No, just kidding. Whoa, dude!
It's insane, isn't it?
It is pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy.
God damn, this motherfucker 2 different shades. What the hell?
Yeah,
like 2 different shades, like 2 different colors, like literally 2 different colors. We got an ad in 30 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry.
I'm kind of hungry too.
I didn't eat today.
Being a Karen really exhausts, the fumes, right? So you gotta eat more.
So what have we learned?
We have learned, don't order a water on a busy day. I'm gonna keep fucking saying it because there is some truth to that statement.
Not really. Like, I don't think what you ordered was a problem. They're a business at the end of the day, and their job is to service consumers. You are a valid
don't
consumer.
Be a beta.
Well,
I was agitated. Okay,
dude, that guy's
I explained it.
That guy's probably laying in his bed right now. Guy's probably laying in his bed right now. Bet you he has his fucking shoes on too.
Not the shoes.
Got lotion on my shit. Yo.
Oh shit.
Nah, dude. I think conversation-wise, we had a really good conversation today. We're at that like hour and a half mark. I feel like. I'm actually pretty hungry. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if you're saying you're hungry now, might be a little bit shorter podcast angle.
I don't even think it's really shorter. It's like an hour and a half. Quality though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually I think it might even be almost hour and 45.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just waffling. Let's talk about Jimmy push-ups. My push-ups. What about him?
Let's not bring up.
I know
push-ups.
Cross has push-ups.
Yo! I just said let's not bring up push-ups, man.
I brought it up.
I'm gonna do them. Don't worry. I got till T-Con to get them done. I got them like 150 more to do.
150? You can crank out. You could actually do a lot if you space it out during the day.
Yeah, but I'm not live all day.
True. I mean,
I'm gonna record it, post a video in Discord. Like, hey,
these when I had my push-up redemption, okay, it was 10. Okay, I was doing a lot. Like in one stream, the most I did, I think, was like 70. I think it was 70 is the most I did, and that was like a 4, maybe 6 hour stream.
I
25 every hour, easy. Yeah, I think you can actually do that.
25 every hour is not a problem. Where I fucked up was that I did a bunch, and then I stopped for a couple of days, and then I did a bunch. So I'm just re-tearing the muscles. Every time. Every time you do them, you just re-tear your muscles, and then your muscles heal, and then you
just keep doing
again.
it, man.
You gotta
just do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, the days be busy. The days be busy. Man.
The days do be busy. Yeah. That does happen.
I think I need some food and some raw seal in my life.
Oh, okay. You're gonna hit the raw seal after you eat up.
I need some raw seal in my life, dude.
I'm probably gonna go back to Starbucks and set the record straight.
But yeah, I went for a run over here today and I didn't get my water.
Yo, is my water here?
And then they're like, yeah, it's right here, and they slide it out, and it's just been sitting there. Yeah. It's all fucking.
It's just been sitting there
anymore. It's full fucking water, sweat all down the cup.
It's just water.
So what have we learned?
I'm not gonna answer that question because you already know. That's a rhetorical question because you already know my answer.
I'm gonna keep fucking asking.
Well, you're gonna get the same motherfucking answer. You're gonna get the same motherfucking answer.
Eventually, one of us is gonna cave. Either I'm gonna stop asking, or you're gonna.
This motherfucker's gonna ask me the questions when we go to a Starbucks at T-Con, right?
So Jimmy,
he's gonna be like,
recall that lesson we had a few months ago.
Yeah, he's like about that lesson we had, on the podcast. You remember that?
Run that by me.
No,
one time.
I don't.
Hey, yo, Jimmy. What did we learn?
Jimmy.
Nothing. I saw you were doing Raid Shadow Legends. How's that going?
I'm not really promoting it, but it is there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, I don't want to come off like as just like, asking for money, but like people want to help out, then it's cool.
It's available.
Yeah. Like I said, I already got the money on the side. Anything that I get plus is like play money. Right?
Food.
Yeah, for food and stuff like that. So it's not really like I'm not really pushing it, but it's just there. Whoever wants to do it.
I feel that.
I even told people to ignore it if they, you guys,
Like, if you don't want to see it, just ignore it. It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there. Just ignore the chat bot.
I'm gonna take.
I probably shouldn't be saying that.
I'm gonna take an ad on starting Wednesday, but. Because, well, let me see. What are we at? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it's the end of August. If I start on Wednesday, it's literally almost the last day of August. So if it's a 1 weeker, it ends on the 6th. So then 30 days from the 6th would be about first to second week of October. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
planning it out like right before T-Con. Yeah.
There's plenty of time. Shit, I'm hiccuping a lot.
That, and now we have the whole FSOA thing.
Oh yeah, the FSOA incentive.
You think it's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
I really think so. They're gonna make you delete your shit. I actually think they're gonna make you do it.
What's best case scenario? Best case scenario, we get really close but don't hit the goal and I don't have to delete it.
Best case scenario?
For me, best case scenario, right? We get 199. No one does the last one. I don't have to delete
True.
it,
Yeah, you don't have to
but
delete
I
it.
still benefit.
Yeah, but you still, yeah.
Worst case scenario.
So wait, how long is that incentive up for?
So I said today and tomorrow, but I've been considering just doing it till the end of the month because it still applies the same.
I would say
the idea is
I would say to the end of the month.
The idea is reducing subs before the end of the month.
I would say to the end of the month.
But the thing is if I wait till the end of the month, I didn't make the goal big enough. That's 5 days. I feel like it could be hit in 2 days. Not within 5. Well, I mean, I think I'm probably gonna end up doing the end of the month. So it's like there's a high chance that the facility is going.
You want it to happen. He wants it to happen.
I do. I do it. I don't. Obviously, there's reasons why. Like subs are great. Obviously, that's a W. I think that me and Toby can make good YouTube content out of it.
Which is another W.
Impressions and views, another W. I don't know how long it could take me to farm a new one if I so need it.
That's the fun part.
I was super spooned on the first one. What are the odds I go giga spoon on the second one?